The fact that he was fighting, what's his name, Goro, with his family,
Well,
and
I'm
then
so upset. Side note that did not speak a single word.
Right.
Just grunted.
Just grunted and yelled and
he was
whatever.
so fun in the original film.
Yes,
And
like
animatronic
that's what made it.
too.
Yeah, he
Can
was
we
half
can we just do like a
animatronic and
nostalgia
prosthetic
moment for a minute?
Yes.
Those were $500 sunglasses, asshole.
Like that animatronic back in the 90s for that film was so
Well, it was
good.
like the
Look
top
at the
part.
behind the scenes footage of that.
100%.
So good.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the RBS Cinema Podcast.
I know Kung Fu.
Show me.
This is Sparta! I'm thinking I'm back. Why so serious? Avengers! Assemble. I'm Batman.
You better lawyer up, asshole. Because I'm not coming back for 30%. I'm coming back for everything.
I'll be back. You shall not pass!
RBS.
Lovely.
Welcome, everybody, to a brand new episode of RBS Cinema. This week's episode, we were talking about Mortal Kombat!
Mortal Kombat!
From 2021 specifically.
Mortal Kombat!
Not the old OG, which we have on display for the first and second movie, which is kind of a bummer. But because of the new movie coming out this weekend, as the episode comes out, we just got super excited. I originally was going to think about talking about the original Mortal Kombat, but I was like, nah, I think it would make more sense to talk about the 2021 remake. So, with that being said, I'm your host, Devin. With me, as always, is co-host Jack over there in the corner.
I'm still Jack.
And then also co-host Lou.
Still Lubert.
And JK returning as a surprise guest.
I'm recently
So-
JK.
And we got 4 fighters, so let's see what we can knock some teeth out. So, stumbling over my words there. So, before we get into watch list, I want to thank you all so much for being here, listening, tuning in, however you guys are doing it. Doesn't really matter. You guys are here anyway, so we really appreciate you being here. Whether you're watching on YouTube and on Spotify, or listening on Apple Podcasts, or just listening to the channel in general, we just wanted to say thank you. So be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel as well for all 3 of those platforms, and also share this around so we can get this out there, get the word out, so that way we can get bigger and bigger and better. So
I want you to tell all your friends about me.
kind of like Jax's arms in this movie, if you will. So like literally 35% left, or not 35%, 35 minutes left of the movie, his arms finally get explosively big. So
Jax's arms looking like a plate of of the bones left over when you eat a plate of chicken wings.
You
Yeah,
can
100%.
just tell that that was their way of telling everyone he got excited.
Yeah, 100%. So with that being said, let's go ahead and kick off watch list. Since there's 4 of us, who the hell wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So finish Peaky Blinders finally.
Nice.
you
Did
go.
you watch the movie?
Not yet.
Okay, cool.
I'll have an update on that next week.
Nice.
But
If you're actually here. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey.
I'm just kidding.
this
So
guy, this
I
guy-
already mentioned last week. I already mentioned last week. Lou was not here because he was at his bachelor party.
which was
legendary.
It was The Hangover Part 7.
Yeah.
That's all we're gonna say. That's all we're gonna say.
Right. Because, there was a best man that ran away and, called the next day at a random gas station. So, you fill in the blanks there.
There were 2 babies this time.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to get caught up on
Me
all this after
and the one I put in her.
Wow.
More like I was crying for my mom after.
More like the 2 that he left with.
Yeah.
No.
Talk about too much information.
I feel
I was
uncomfortable.
going to say 2 men and a baby.
2 girls, 1 stick. Anyways.
Man, we're off to a hot start. Aren't we?
Indeed.
Yeah, Devin, can
More-
you leave this podcast?
No. Who's going to be Mike in the keys?
I got it.
Thus,
So-
that concludes my watch list. Whoever's next can go.
Okay. I've got actually a pretty short one. So I started up Breaking Bad again.
Yes.
Good.
So
Good
the
pick,
third time
good
I've been
pick.
watching this, and it's fucking peak, let me tell you. after watching it for the third time, after the first episode, I instantly started laughing because I don't know if you guys have seen the clips of Breaking Bad compilation of like just random stuff that happens that they just like intercut certain parts that happen throughout the series in awkward situations.
Oh yeah.
Are you talking about the videos where the blooper reel is edited into the actual episodes?
No, it's like literally different clips from different episodes. Like, there's an episode where Walt later on in the series is on a forklift and he's bringing up a barrel of chemicals, and
That's
then
Jesse.
I watched the clip, Jack. Okay. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, guys.
I know ball.
This guy knows ball. He's the expert.
This guy knows balls.
I just watched this not too long ago. So, anyhow,
take his ass to cinema jail.
Yeah. So the thing was that he's rolling around on this forklift in the living room, going to the kitchen table, and it's like an early on episode where it's like his wife and Walt Jr. are there. Yeah. So, and it's just like really awkward shit like that. But there was the one that I remember specifically of Hank pulling out his gun, and he starts talking about it, and like he takes out the clip, and like it's just constantly shooting. So like it's like really funny, and then
it's got like YouTube poop energy, honestly.
Oh yeah, 100%. So, and then here's a clip of that.
Clock 22. That's my daily carry. Okay, I seen one of those bounce off a windshield one time.
Yeah, where you shooting?
So next up on my watch list, I have Clash and Wrath of the Titans. So last night was a little eepy, so I didn't finish Wrath of the Titans. But as you guys came in, I had it playing on the TV, and if you guys are, yeah, no.
Yeah, right.
It's fine. Zeus,
to be continued.
Yeah, Zeus and at the end of Wrath of the Titans, Zeus and Hades, they get together to take out their father. That's basically what happens. But yeah, Clash of the Titans is a banger of a movie, let me tell you, because me and Lou were talking about that before you guys got in, and we were talking about how peak that was, just because of the fact that you have God, what's his name again? I'm drawing a blank on it. Every time I come on the show, I never remember anybody's name.
It's the guy from Avatar.
No.
And
no,
Alex Mason.
No. It's Taken guy.
Liam
Neeson?
Yeah, Liam Neeson's. Liam Neeson. Yeah.
There's two of him?
Yeah. Don't you remember from the Key and Peele sketch?
Yeah, no.
No? Oh, well.
Neeson's?
You're missing out, dude.
Neeson's.
Yeah, Liam Neeson's himself, and he turns to camera and he just goes like, "Release the Kraken." And I'm like, dude, that's fucking a peak line right there.
Release the Kraken.
Like, I don't think anybody else could have done that line. But yeah, that one is borderline cinema masterpiece. Wrath of the Titans, not so much.
Pure cinema.
It was poopy. So, but otherwise, if you guys haven't seen those movies, check them out. See for yourself.
Rewatch the first one, I think.
Yeah,
Clash of Titans.
that's kind of the reason why that I
remember
rewatched the
it.
first one. So
Absolutely goated vocal stem on top of that too.
oh,
Release
100%.
the Kraken.
Yeah, and them all like in their like golden attire, but like they're all like exuberant light from their costumes. So awesome. Also, the fact that Luke Evans, he's in that movie, and I don't know who he plays. I don't remember off the top of my head, but like he was also in another godlike movie where he played as Zeus in The Immortals with Henry Cavill. So, which I will turn you on to this. I don't know.
Hold on. Turn me on. That's a point,
I didn't
bro.
like that pause.
I mean, you
That's
know,
a point.
like I could turn you on if you wanted that.
Whoa, this guy's got 2 points.
All right, we'll cut to a clip.
Hopefully not a risky one.
No. But so if you like
hands up for that
detective shit, getting down to the bottom type shit, Night Hunter.
See, I've heard about this, and I haven't seen it yet.
It's super goated. It's super good. It's got Henry Cavill in it. It came out in like 2018, 2019.
Okay.
So
Night Hunter. Okay.
yeah, it's super good. I
I'll
talked
put
about that on
for my
my
watch list next week.
I talked about it on my watch list last week, so it was super, really, really good. Who wants to go next?
JK, you can go next.
Oh, I don't honestly even remember what I watched, so it's probably nothing. I watched The Boys last night, the newest episode. That was pretty sweet.
Oh, nice. I need to watch that.
Can't go wrong with The Boys.
Oh, yeah.
That's
No.
a great series.
Super good.
We talked about it for like a couple minutes last week of how it's getting really fucking close to like real world stuff that's happening, and it's just like, what
It's
are
been
we
like
doing?
that for the past couple seasons.
It has last season with like, and we talked about it last week, so go and watch that if you want. But yeah,
I also caught up on Invincible, finished up that season.
ooh,
Super good.
I need to pick that up.
It from the beginning or this season?
No, just this season.
Okay.
So I'm all caught
Yeah.
up except for this latest season.
Yeah,
What is it?
I
Season
mean,
4? So.
Yeah, I feel like every season finale episode just leaves it where you're just like cannot wait for the next season
Yeah.
to kick
100%.
off, and this one like tops it. Yeah, I guess I also watched this movie, Mortal Kombat. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it.
No, never.
Yeah.
What is that?
No, I'll tell you about it later. We'll
Okay.
talk about it.
Okay.
We'll talk
Okay.
about it off the pod.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Yeah, kind of boring week.
Next. I'll go next though. I'm glad you brought up Invincible because I just finished watching season 2 this
Ooh,
week.
okay.
So I watched the very last episode a couple days ago.
Nice.
So I'm gonna probably start watching season 3 either today or tomorrow. So I watched that, and then I had the inkling to watch Chronicles of Narnia: White Lion, Witch in the Wardrobe.
Yeah.
Again. It's kind of weird, but like I didn't know
Like
if,
nostalgia.
Yeah,
Yeah, like you want a nostalgia-based movie.
I really, really liked this movie. Like I liked it as like when it first came out. I never read any of the books, but I watched the movie.
I actually, to piggyback off of that, back at school, I did a play of Narnia, the first movie, and
Really?
I was the lion.
You were
So,
Aslan?
yeah, I was Aslan.
You were Jesus?
I had on Jesus. Yeah, because Aslan is Jesus, don't you know?
100%. Yeah.
Because like I had on like a goofy fucking like
I didn't even make
lion
that
mask.
connection, man.
And,
no.
like I had on a goofy lion mask, and so like I would come out on stage. I don't remember if I was standing or if I was kneeling down or something.
Do
But I
not
think
cite the deep magic to me, witch.
Yeah, so
I was there when it was written.
Yeah. So the one thing that I remember is that like I think I was down on all fours when I did the roar. But the nose on the mask actually made a roaring sound, so I just pushed the button on the nose and it just made the roaring sound for me. So and like this was back when
you had the opportunity to make this story so great. And
Yeah.
That's why I call.
I pushed the button.
Well, I was also like a very shy kid back then, not like how I am now, where I don't shut the fuck up, as evident of me constantly talking on the podcast.
basically what he's saying,
Accurate.
he was born a lion but couldn't roar.
Right. I was born a lion. I didn't know how to roar. Plus, I was also the awkward ADHD kid that didn't know how to fucking vocab. So,
So the last thing on my
continue.
watch list is Jim Carrey's Liar Liar.
Oh, great
nice.
movie.
Great.
Yeah,
Jim
very
Carrey
good.
movie. When did that come out? 99?
98, I think. So,
Nostalgia is such a crazy thing too, because sometimes it's really a double-edged sword, because you go back and watch movies that you thought were great when you were a kid, and then you're like, dude, this is dog shit.
Well,
or you have moments where like you knew it was great as a kid, and then you watch it as an adult, and then you're able to pick it apart even more, and then you're like, yeah, this movie's
100%.
fucking goated.
Yeah. Or it's kind of like, especially where it's like, more modern audiences, like for the original OG Mortal Kombat, like, oh, this movie is dog shit, like it doesn't matter. And like for us that grew up watching it, it's just like, no, dude, this is fucking awesome. Like I don't care how bad this movie is, it's fucking still great.
Well, it's like when we watch Street Fighter as well. Like,
Exactly. Like we talked about Street Fighter on the podcast, and it's just like, dude, this movie
Yeah.
is objectively bad,
right.
but it is
we can
so
understand
good and
the
fun.
faults in it, but if you just like put yourself in that mindset, nostalgia, just stupid action film, whatever
Yeah.
it is,
Just turn
then
your
you
brain
can
off.
enjoy it, and
Yeah.
then you can like start picking apart the lines. Like that is super cheesy, yes, but it's funny because it's so cheesy.
Yeah, 100%. Like that movie is definitely like in my top maybe 3 of goofy fucking like bad movie that is great type. And like, Mortal Kombat is one of them too. So 2 back-to-back video game based movies that are
based
cheesy.
on the fighting games.
Yeah, based
Yeah,
on
right.
fighting games alone. And I'm pretty sure that Mortal Kombat also had their own The Game. I could be wrong about that. I don't remember,
I don't-
but I know that Street
I
Fighter did.
don't. Yeah, Street Fighter.
Street Fighter
definitely
did,
I
yeah.
don't know that this one did though.
Yeah. I don't remember if Mortal Kombat did or not. So
Anyway, that's my watch list.
cool. So, not bad actually. This has been a little bit shorter time for watch list. So
No, we spent more time
Concise.
off camera.
yeah, we spent a lot of time off camera just talking and bullshitting. Like it was great. It's a great time. Too bad I was not recording audio because that would have been legendary. So, but we have the video at least. So I can probably pull the audio from that and just like post it on here. So, which eventually what I do want to do is like have uncut stuff for Patreon. So if you guys want to see us have a Patreon, again, subscribe to the channel, get the word out there. We really appreciate you doing that.
Yo, we're
So-
not ready for that. I'm gonna say right now.
Yeah, y'all
We
do
say-
not know how
No.
unhinged we can really be.
Yeah. I mean, like doing shots, doing body shots,
Whoa.
doing table shots.
Told you not to tell anyone about that.
Well, you know
Dude, why
what?
are you
If you
spilling
guys
all our
if
secrets?
you guys
I
subscribe,
try to let y'all know.
if you guys subscribe and you guys really push us to get a Patreon, then you'll be able to see that. So, but whatever. I guess you guys don't want to see it. Whatever.
If you want to see
That's on
dudes
you.
rack up the points,
Yeah.
subscribe.
That's on you. You don't want to watch it. That's fine. It's on you. Whatever.
You're lost, buddy.
So, moving on to more in depth about the movie here for Mortal Kombat. Let's see. So on IMDb, it says MMA fighter Cole Yun seeks out Earth's greatest champions in order to stand against the enemies of Outworld in a high-stakes battle for the universe. Do you guys agree? Disagree? Kind of, sort of.
Kind of. Like,
Because it's not just Cole Yun; it's
doesn't-
also
doesn't
the
really-
other famous
Gets
characters.
brought into it.
he doesn't really
Yeah.
seek them out. He just sort of
No.
like is there.
Yeah, he's just like, hey,
He's
you're
more so
just
the one
here.
I
that
feel like
seeked
more
out.
so like
Yeah.
I feel like Sub-Zero made a really compelling case for the main character.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Like it's I don't know. That's just the feeling that I got from it. I'm gonna have to disagree with that one.
Yeah. Because, like, some of these is just like, oh, like, here's just, like, the quick synopsis of the movie. But then
Yeah.
it's just like, I mean, like, they get the gist of it, but really it's not, like, that specific.
It also helps Sub-Zero's case that Cole Young has the personality of wet cardboard. So
Yeah. I mean, okay, so before, like, we
We're not- yeah, let's-
get more in-depth into it, I just want to say real quick, Cole Young is just a dumb fucking MacGuffin character that makes no sense for this movie
He's
or
the
this
point of
franchise.
view character.
he
Right.
he has a purpose. He is
Well, yes, he does have a
He's
purpose.
supposed
I'm
to
not
be
saying
us.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
The audience.
Point of view character.
So
He's
I'm
the character made
also
up to bring us
the-
all into the film.
So I'm also descendant from Scorpion.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to go about the lore of Mortal Kombat as well.
Yeah. So I don't know. They wanted to introduce some new stuff.
I
don't know.
have some nitpicks about this film, but not
Yeah.
too many.
Right.
Yeah.
I will
So
say.
moving on to writer and directors and stars and all that boring stuff. So we got Simon McQuaid, I think it's McQuaid, is the director. We got writers Greg Russo, Dave Callahan, and Oren Uziel. I'm pretty sure I butchered that last name. And then top cast, we got Louis Tan, who plays as Cole. Jessica McNamee is Sonya Blade. Got Josh Lawson, who plays as Kano. It's just giant list of people, so bear with me here. Joe Talsum is Bihan, or Sub-Zero. McCade Brooks is Jax. I don't know. Oh, Emily is the daughter, so we're not even going to count her. Laura Brent is Allison. Lord Raiden is Tatsunobu Asano. And we got, coming back from the podcast, from John Wick Chapter 4, Hiroyuki Sanada is Hanzo Hasashi, otherwise known as Scorpion. And Chin-Han is Shane Sun. Ludi Lin is Liu Kang.
Liu Kang.
Max Huan is Kung Lao.
Kung Lao.
Melina is Sissy Stranger. Mel James Jarnson, sorry, I don't have my glasses on, is Natara, who's I think is the flying girl.
Who cares?
But just got a couple more. Nathan Jones is Reiko, and Daniel Nielsen is Cabal. So, got a giant list of characters here. Oh my god. just because like got multiple people playing as multiple different characters in the game series
Games have
alone.
a huge roster, especially where they're at nowadays.
Yeah. And I've only got two taglines.
There's only
gentlemen.
one. There's only one.
Yeah.
There's only one.
So,
Read 'em.
So first one is get over here.
Get over here. That's not it.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Next one is the last one, so it's going to be finish him. So
That's the one.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one.
That's the
You could
only
have also
one.
done Test Your Might.
Yeah, test your might.
Yeah.
Even for the old one, it says on the DVD. I don't remember what it says off the top of my head, but it says something. So it was like something to the effect of being like, "Oh, you, not like you're in a world of hurt." God, what is it? No, it doesn't matter. Whatever. All right.
Don't care enough.
Let's go ahead and talk about this movie, shall we? The 2021 remake, reboot, sequel. I don't know.
Reboot.
Not sequel.
So, one thing that I did want to talk about is the costumes. So, because I watched this Easter egg video on YouTube just because, like, I wanted to talk about a lot of the Easter eggs, which we'll save for the end after our discussion. So, one thing that I noticed was, and they talked about it in this video essay as well for the Easter eggs, was Sub-Zero. He's not actually blue, except for like in the beginning. So
yeah, that was my biggest issue with this whole thing.
it's because that, like, technically in the video games later on they did Han, which was the original Sub-Zero,
Right.
and they redid him as Noob Saibot.
Right. Well, I feel
Yeah,
like in the
but-
film he's like very like muted blue. There's hints of blue.
Right.
But they were
I-
definitely going towards the new
Like the
Cybot.
darker, yeah,
Yeah,
the darker
especially
tone.
at the end, which we'll get to.
Yeah. Like 100%. Because,
But-
like,
sorry, Jack, what were you saying?
No, I didn't really notice a whole lot of blue in his outfit. Like,
no,
at
the
least
only
not-
time
not
that, like,
on
he was
the TV
wearing,
that I watched,
yeah, the
like-
only time he was wearing his blue outfit was, like, in the beginning when him and Hanzo were fighting.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
And then after
was
that,
the
like,
most blatant
that was it.
example.
Also,
Definitely.
Sub-Zero is just immortal now, I guess,
Right.
because like
Because he was alive during the Japan era of, what was it, 18...
no, this
something?
was like 1641 or something.
okay.
Yeah, it was
I didn't notice
Like
years
four,
ago.
what
like,
the year
like
was. So,
over 400 years ago.
yeah.
right.
So,
I mean,
and now it's
like,
like more modern day. Or
we're
whatever.
talking about a movie with a lady with like wings that's flying, and
Right.
a lady that
Yeah.
has like spikes for teeth. That
I guess I'm just like,
Oh, is
bad.
that what you want to call it? Because I did not see the teeth. Because like how Melina has teeth on the side of her mouth.
right.
No, she just looked like that. She just got done eating out of a trough, like that day. Like she ate barbecue wings, and it's just like, yeah, I just decided not to do that. And then the filmmaker was like, "No, keep the barbecue sauce on your face." Because
She opened up.
she did
she-
open up near the
yeah,
end.
At the
like,
end,
like the last,
before,
like
yeah.
before
She
she
got-
died, like
Right.
that was the thing,
But,
and it's
like-
just like, what? Why?
I guess my point is it's not a stretch to believe this dude, for whatever reason, lived like 400, 500.
I-
Well, yeah, exactly.
guess
And
that,
like it was the thing where Shane Soon, he has control over people's souls
I
if,
guess-
if he
I gue-
gets them, and like that's probably what happened.
My biggest thing
Because-
is that I base my like knowledge of like what the characters are supposed to be off of Mortal Kombat 9 and 10.
Well, yeah,
Right?
because
Those-
like
those are the canon games to
Right.
me, because those are the ones that I know the best.
yeah, because like originally, especially in like the first movie, Shane Soon takes like basically mind controls Scorpion and Sub-Zero to be his like bodyguards, essentially.
Yeah.
Is what it is. And so
Yeah.
like he basically is like warped their minds, and especially in the games where after they defeat Shane Soon in one of the games, they're no longer under his control.
Yeah.
And then like Bihan actually becomes normal and then just becomes Noob Saibot, but then like he has his
His younger brother.
yeah, his younger brother. I was
Right.
gonna say twin brother, but
Kuai
I was like,
Liang,
I don't think
believe
so.
is his name.
Yeah,
good
and then
pull.
he becomes Scorpion. He becomes Sub-Zero,
Right.
the actual Sub-Zero, and then the Scorpion is just like, he's just Scorpion, but
Yep.
he's normal, pretty much.
I understand Scorpion because he's a revenant.
Yeah.
He's literally like just a specter now. He went to like also my man got his whole family killed, and then he gets dragged to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets dragged to hell.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's to
I'm
move the
assuming
plot
it's
along
because of
because he
his-
has to be Scorpion.
His past sins.
Right.
Because they say he's a ninja.
I
so
just
he's
remember
had
that,
to have
like,
done
Yeah.
some dark stuff.
The whole
Right.
reason that Scorpion has all of these powers is because he made a deal with, I want to.
Quan Chi?
Quan Chi. I was gonna say Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn. He made a
He
deal
made a
with,
deal with
the,
Liam Neeson.
No,
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Liam Neeson's.
Because
I will find you.
And I will train you.
I will show you my very particular set
But no,
of
this
skills.
guy was literally
Which
just
is cutting
rotting
Darth
in
Maul in
hell
half.
for 400 years until his ancestor decided to grow a pair and finally decide to have one of these these tattoos. You
Right.
know.
Yeah.
Well, and I wanted to
These
say,
birthmarks.
I don't know if it's very apt at this point of the conversation, but to your point about canon, like you said, 9 and 10 were your canon games.
Yeah.
So this is an adaptation of a video game franchise.
Yeah,
So
that-
you got to consider it as a whole separate universe timeline. Whatever.
And I
Yeah,
know
like
I
they
know
take
that
inspiration from the games and then they
Right.
put them into the
they
movie.
pay homage to it. They
Yeah,
take
yeah.
pieces that they like
Yeah.
and
It's
make
kinda-
it something of their own. And
Yeah.
hopefully that
It's-
something
it's
is
kind of
something
like,
that is good and respects the original source
Yeah,
material.
it's kind of like Sonic, like they just made a completely new story. The only thing that they came consistent was just the three main characters. Later on being Shadow and now Amy and then also Metal Sonic. But all of those specific characters in the Sonic movies are their own
Iteration.
Basic, their own iteration of that movie franchise. But as the games, they don't talk except for later on in the series.
Well, it's kind of like Borderlands 2, where they took inspiration from the video games that are really good, and then they made a shitty film.
Right. And we talked
Except
about that.
this film was good, actually.
I
Right,
didn't think this film was that bad, honestly.
no,
yeah, 'cause,
I
we-
really enjoyed it.
Not
Not,
Yeah.
not to spoil it.
Because
or anything,
we
but-
talked about Borderlands, which if you guys haven't seen that, go check that out. Not the movie, but the podcast
Yeah,
episode.
it's not the movie. Don't do that
but,
to yourself.
Me and JK talked about it, and it was the thing where I was just they basically just had this overlay of a Guardians of the Galaxy type esque movie with here's a band of misfit heroes that they have to try to band together to defeat the big overlord bad guy.
Let's put really bad
and-
wigs on them.
Yeah, and
Give them terrible lines to say.
right, and it's
And
all
make a really bad film.
yeah, it's that's basically what happened.
Miss Lilith, can you grab my badonkadonk?
You what now?
So it's just let's just do this whole concept like everybody else has done, Suicide Squad, Guardians of the Galaxy, and just overlay that with Borderlands, and we got $1 million on our hands. $1 million franchise. How could we fuck this up? Which obviously they did. So
It's also I guess I shouldn't be criticizing this series too much because Ed Boon wants to rewrite the story every 2 years.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
In
real.
Mortal Kombat. So
right.
Yeah, how many timelines are there in the games?
Because we
Alone.
did, what was it? They made it consistent for, what was it, 9, 10, and 11, and then they reset it for Mortal Kombat 1. And, especially just calling it Mortal Kombat 1 because they're going to reset the timeline. But instead of Raiden being the overlord of Earthrealm, it's now Luke Kane.
yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't
Because
know
that's what
that.
happens at the
I
end
guess
of
I'm not
Mortal
current
Kombat
with it.
11.
Yeah, they
Well,
redid
and then
that
you
for
also
11.
had Mortal Kombat versus DC. You got freaking Homelander and what's his bucket from Invincible.
I don't
I'm so
care
mad at
what,
myself. All the DLC. The Turtles
Oh,
were
yeah,
in
yeah,
there,
yeah.
weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They did a bunch of movie characters, so the Terminators.
Oh yeah.
Rambo.
I forgot about
Scream,
Rambo,
the
that's
horror
crazy.
movie franchises.
Ghostface?
Jason,
Isn't it?
yeah, Ghostface. I think Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, which I believe he was only in the DC one.
Leatherface from
Yeah,
Texas
Leatherface.
Chainsaw Massacre.
Invincible's dad.
Alien.
What's his name? Please, someone
Omni-Man.
tell me. Omni-Man. Thank
Yeah.
you. God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Omni-Man.
He was the DLC.
So, yep.
Yo, they got Spawn
So-
in there too.
Yeah, they got Spawn.
that fits honestly.
Yeah, it does.
That's pretty
So
legit.
yeah,
But,
they got a shit ton of characters, and then they also did NetherRealm also did the DC specific one too of Injustice. So
Oh, yeah.
and that fucking popped off. I remember going to GameStop and getting the second game on Steelbook specifically because it had Batman on
Of
it.
course you did.
So
Of course you
not
got
because of
Steelbook.
Steelbook, because of Batman.
Because of Batman.
Yeah, that's the only reason. This is before I went into Steelbooks and stuff. So, but yeah, I remember I've talked about this before, where I think it was the regular version was just Supergirl. The deluxe edition had Superman, and then the legendary edition, which I got for the Steelbook, was Batman on the cover. So, and then on the back it had Superman. But Who gives a fuck about that, Boy Scout? Enough about those games. Let's talk about this movie. So I wanted to run down this list of like fights that we got. So of course we already talked about the Sub-Zero and Hanzo fight in the beginning of the movie, which was fucking awesome. And then later on, towards the end of the movie, when they're fighting, dude, fucking peak fighting choreography for that fight.
I thought the action sequences were pretty interesting to watch in this movie.
Yeah,
they were executed really well.
Oh, 100%. Because like, you know, you've got where Hanzo comes back from hell, and then he just goes like, oh yeah, like, you know, the initial fight with him starting out with the kunai going through Sub-Zero's arm, and then him just going like, get over here, and then pulling him over. Get over here! And then them fighting and stuff. And the biggest thing that I remember, the peak of this fight was where Sub-Zero cuts Scorpion, and then there's a shard, or not a shard, but like it's a pool of blood that goes into the air. He freezes it, grabs it, and then stabs him with it.
And that's
dude, that is fucking peak. I remember that always from the trailer. It is so fucking awesome. So
while I do appreciate like their banter between each other, Scorpion and Sub-Zero, the subtitles really bothered me.
Because because that like they're both speaking two different languages. Because yes, Bi-Han knows Japanese, but Hanzo only knew Japanese. He didn't know any other language.
That's not the problem that I have with it. The problem is that like the subtitles are like sort of like. Like they say in Japanese or in Chinese, like in the subtitles
or like
themselves.
Mandarin and stuff. Yeah,
and it's like it's there to like we got to make sure that like these audiences know that these two Asian people are speaking different Asian languages.
Well, like especially when they're
covering their ass for social media hazing.
Because like the thing was that they were even talking to each other and you know like their native language in the beginning. And even with Bi-Han, he was talking to him in Mandarin, and then he just goes like, I don't know. Yeah, and so he just goes like, I don't know what you're saying, but all I know is that
I may
like
not understand you, but I know that I'll kill you. Essentially, is what he says.
Yeah, and so like that's the whole driving force of that, of where you have the Lin Kuei and I don't remember Scorpion's
Shirai Ryu.
Yeah, Shirai Ryu. Nice. Where they're both like, you know, their own factions that they come from.
Yeah.
So
clans.
I think, again, I get it's just a small nitpick, but like I didn't like the style of the
you didn't like them speaking their own language? You prefer them to speak in English, Jack?
No, the style of the subtitles. Because like, I mean, if they're gonna speak other languages, it's just like just say what they're saying.
Right. Just go like, oh, he's talking Japanese. So
it's weird because like you have a sub. Because I watched this on YouTube. Because I just get, like,
I'm surprised you didn't try to look at my account because I already have it.
No, because it's on HBO, so I watch it.
Very true.
On HBO through YouTube, and I use the subtitles on YouTube because I like watching movies in subtitles, so I can do exactly what people were saying.
Me too.
Sure.
Right. And then so the subtitles are clearly like put up for when they're speaking in a different language, but then you go back to the normal subtitles when they're speaking, when the normal characters speaking English. I thought it was just again really small nitpick.
Yeah.
That's me. I'm the small nitpick guy.
Right.
But I mean, it's also. There's a lot of value in that too, because sometimes like the smallest things do make a huge impact.
Yeah.
Like on the film that you watch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Your movie viewing experience.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And then after that, then we got the Jax fighting Sub-Zero fight, because like, you know.
You guys ass kicked.
Basically,
he brought a gun to an ice fight.
Right, because like the really dumbed down version of this movie is that, what the fuck was his name again?
Cole Young.
He's the MacGuffin of the movie because he's descended from Scorpion, and that's like why he has this dragon mark on his chest is because like it's his birthmark.
Where'd you get it from?
He was born with it.
What do you mean?
It's a birthmark.
You serious?
Yeah.
We need to talk about this for a second.
What, the birthmark?
Like this whole mark of like, okay, so it's in the shape of the Mortal Kombat logo.
Yes.
Right?
100%.
And Cole has it because he's a descendant of some guy who had nothing to do with the tournament.
Right.
For what we understand for the events of the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
It could be like revealed in the second movie that Scorpion was at one point part of the Mortal Kombat tournament from like a couple of 100 years ago, right? But Cole has this just because he's special.
Yeah.
He's a special boy. But everybody else, even the characters that are from the video game, do not get this mark for free.
Yeah.
Right.
They get it by specifically killing someone who has a mark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
'cause,
they say in the film that it's like the chosen of Earthrealm, right?
Yeah.
But then
yeah, yeah.
Sonya
It's
Blade
originally-
doesn't have one.
Right.
No.
So she wasn't chosen, but she kills
Originally.
Kano.
But you know
so
she's
she
going
gets
to be
it.
chosen
Right.
because she's from the actual game.
Right,
Right.
exactly.
So,
like
like-
the people that, like us, big ass nerds, like knowing the characters even vaguely, know
Right.
that she's
Yeah,
gonna
See,
get, like,
this is where my disconnect is, because I'm just gonna drop this bomb right now.
You never play the games.
Never.
I mean, that's fair
That-
because,
well, that's fine.
because Mortal
like,
Kombat's a fighting game and not
Right.
everybody can get into fighting.
I mean,
Well,
I'm not
no,
a big
I
fighting game
like
fan.
the premise
Right.
that it's a fighting game.
Right.
It's just like it's a different, like, I feel like it's one of those games where if you don't play it growing up and you don't
Then
have
you
the
have that
nostalgia
disconnect,
tie,
yeah.
you'll always have the
yeah,
disconnect.
because like
No, I understand.
especially with kids that grew up like when the first Mortal Kombat game came out. There was two different versions. There's the Genesis and then there's the Nintendo version. If you got the Nintendo version, they
didn't have
wouldn't.
blood.
Yeah, they didn't have blood. They had sweat. But then when you get the Genesis version, it had blood. And then like, and it's been this conversation forever, for eons and decades, for violent video games of like these parents were protesting for Mortal Kombat of going like, oh, it's too violent for kids because they're showing blood and people dismembering each other and fighting and blah blah blah, so we don't want our kids to grow up doing this sort of thing. And it's all like, what?
Well,
And it's like it's the same argument
Like,
for
they're gonna become more into
It
it.
does.
Right.
I mean, it's not like it's Call of Duty nowadays.
Right.
Like nowadays, like you can see the intestines coming out of people that blow
Right.
up. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
back then, dude. We're literally talking about red pixels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the thing, and it's also the thing where it's all like, GTA. GTA has always been the advocate of going like, violent video games are brainwashing our kids and blah 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 blah.
GTA,
And it's all like,
Fortnite.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. Fortnite was one, and it's all like, dude. Yeah, I never had the inkling of going like, dude, why don't I just go out, kill a hooker, and steal a car, and then try to fucking blow up a fucking skyscraper or something with my rocket
like
launcher?
once or twice. I'm fine.
Why is Superman killing Batman with an AR-15?
Right.
It's like, dude, like to round off this topic, it's like maybe they shouldn't be focusing what's on the screen, but
No.
what's going on around them and the
Exactly.
environment they're putting your kids
Exactly.
in.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
exactly.
just it. Okay, I'm
Yep.
off of this one.
Right. So moving on here. So, but yeah, then like, you got Cole, who's basically the MacGuffin, as the audience of going like, we are that character.
Yep.
And then just like carrying on the story, and like where Jax is now fighting Sub-Zero because he goes like, oh, I'm gonna go and fight him, and
Take my car and drive away.
yeah, take my car, take your family, and leave. I'll take care of this. And then it's all like, me taking care of this is i.e. me getting my hands frozen and then them exploding.
Also, I like banged my head on the way down,
Yeah.
falling down 2 stories, and I'm
Right.
fine.
Yeah, he's still alive, and it's all like, because later
Well, he
on
was
they
dead for
also
sure.
Yeah, because later on we find him in Raiden's temple, and it's all like they're working on doing these cybernetic arms for him, robot arms, and then it's just like, wait, what happened? And they're all like, oh, we weren't sure if you were going to be alive or dead. So, and then even Luke Kane says like, yeah, I was a little too late. I had to stop and get some tacos from Taco Bell real quick because like they had a Crunchwrap Supreme. I was like, fuck it, dude, that sounds good right now.
Is that an option?
So yeah,
Can we do that right now?
I love that the Shaolin monks comb the realms for the best solutions to be able to give this guy his arms back.
Right.
And the solution they came up with in the lore of the movie was to give him cybernetic arms.
Yeah.
And not just like the best arms they could possibly give him. They searched all the realms, by the way.
Yep.
But they gave him quite possibly the most
the skeletal structure of arms.
Yeah, right.
That's basically what those are.
They gave
They're
him
just the
chicken
skeletal.
bones
Yeah.
for arms,
Yeah.
basically.
That's pretty much what they did. And it's only to because like throughout the course of this movie, the chosen ones are supposed to have these special abilities. They don't just have them, kind of like Sub-Zero. Kind of like Sub-Zero, where he just has his ice powers, or Scorpion, where he has fire abilities and he's able to teleport and like conjure up shit. Or like Luke Kane is able to shoot out fireballs and do his bicycle kick. Like these characters just unlock these abilities like through training.
Through training.
And it's all like
It's almost
They're
like
kinda
it's
like Super
achievements in a
Saiyans.
game.
Right.
No.
Some
You
people
get them
just, like-
either through training or being rage baited.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
like a
what is
Super Saiyan.
Yeah, because it's all like what his Cole's special ability to get unlocked was him going through an immense amount of stress, especially emotional stress. But yet his whole superpower was getting his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Because like when we're first introduced to him, he's in an MMA fight, and then like he gets his ass kicked. And
Cole
he
is
loses.
not special at all.
No.
The only thing that makes him special is that he has literally got Scorpion's blood.
Right, exactly.
That's
And that's it. And you know, like the fact that he was fighting what's his name? Goro. With his family.
Well,
and
I'm
then like
so upset, side note, that did not speak a single word.
right.
Just grunted a
Yeah,
bunch.
just grunted and yelled and
He was
whatever.
so fun in the original film.
Yes.
And
like that's what made
animatronic,
it
too.
Yeah, he
Can
was
we get-
half
can we just do, like, a
animatronic and
nostalgia
prosthetic.
moment for a minute?
Yes.
Those were $500 sunglasses, asshole.
Like that animatronic back in the 90s for that film was so
Well, it was
good.
like the
Look
top
at the
part.
behind the scenes footage of that.
100%.
So good.
Like the top part of him with like the extra arms and the
Right.
head and like the eyeballs and stuff was all animatronic, but the bottom half of it was prosthetic.
Yeah.
Because it was a guy in a suit.
Right.
Uh,
Just
like
a dude
pretty
like
much.
having like a big like torso up
Yeah.
puppet on his head
Right.
basically.
Yeah.
And even like the facial like reactions were really good for
I
the
think
time.
that the bottom half of his arms were just like prosthetic, so he wasn't controlling them or nothing. I think so. Maybe I don't remember. I think he
don't
might have
recall
been
at
like
the
a
moment. I
hot
just
dog sausage.
know it was super
casing,
well
so.
done in the film.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank
So-
you for that nostalgia moment.
Yes, but yeah, and then like you know him just being a CGI monster, of course, like you know, doesn't really advocate super well, and also the fact he just dies, like he's just
Well,
Cole just kills him. Like,
spoiler, but he comes back.
in the second one,
I mean,
overall, yes, he
yeah.
does come back. Yes,
yeah, exactly.
yeah. So he
But
might be in
I
the
feel
in the
like-
second one. So who knows? By the time that comes out, we'll already know. So
I feel like the special effects though were pretty solid in this film.
yeah, because then speaking of special effects, we got Reptile. So he makes his first appearance, but he's also just like not even Reptile as like you know how
The
he is in the
ninja form.
games,
Right.
Because
He's an
he's just
actual
like
reptile.
yeah, he's just like an actual reptilian.
Which
guy,
that is how
so.
he kind of is in Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I think
I guess they
evolves
took from
into
that
it.
design.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
back in the day, it was like a memory limit. Like
He's-
a space
Yeah, he was
limit
like
on the
he was like a special unlockable character.
Right.
Like
he
you
was
only
just
encounter
a
him.
different skin of like Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
Right.
And that's I believe I remember.
I don't know. I kind of prefer that. I kind of prefer like the humanoid's version of Reptile, but he has like a reptilian face and spits acid rather than him just being like a lizard monster. You know.
Right.
I kind of wish they would have done a little bit of kind of a merging of the two, where it was kind of a ninja green guy, but then he had
Who
like
also
that
had, like,
reptilian
the
face,
mouth.
like you're
Yeah.
saying.
Because like Reptile like talks and he like has like a raspy voice.
Yeah.
And like there was none of that in this film.
Right.
Which I mean it did its job. He's Reptile. It's a monster that spits acid.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Maybe he'll make an actual appearance like Reptile himself in the second movie. Who
I
knows?
doubt it
Maybe.
because he's dead.
Well,
but-
I mean, it
Well,
just goes back to
there are
their-
people, kind of like Baraka. Baraka has
there's
their own
the
people.
the
yeah, their
Tarkatans,
species.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it just goes back to there's so many characters in this franchise. Like,
Yeah.
you cannot do justice or have personalities at all to every single character.
Right.
That's why, like, the generals, they like introduce them, give them like a 5-second backstory,
Yeah.
and then they just
Then
go
they fight. Yeah. Yeah. And then I also wanted to talk about the training montage that they did, especially with Liu Kang is fighting Kano to try to unlock his whatever bullshit for his laser eye, and him just like sweeping the leg, and he just goes like, "Really, sweeping the leg? That's all you got?" And then he does it again the second time, and then he goes like, "Oh yeah, I got you now," and he jumps just like how you would
in the game. That was
and then he
perfect.
goes
That was
like,
great
"Oh
Easter
fuck,"
egg.
and then he instantly does it again, and I'm like, "Dude, that's such a cheap move," but that is literally what they try to do was rage bait this motherfucker.
Let's see you try that again. That's the only move you know, mate. Oh, fuck.
Can we talk about the actor that plays Kano though?
Yeah.
He is so good in that role.
Kano
Holy crap.
Okay, so would you guys have preferred him or what's his name from The Boys Butcher?
Carl Urban
Yeah, Carl Urban.
as Kano?
Yeah.
No,
Instead of Johnny
this guy
Cage.
did a great job.
Yeah.
Well, yes, he did a
I
great
think
job,
he was
but
perfect.
yeah,
I think Carl Urban could have done a really good job as well.
right.
But I'm
I think-
so
I
excited for him to play Luke Cage or not Luke Cage.
Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage, thank
Yeah.
you. God. In the sequel.
Yeah,
That's coming
100%.
Like Kano is the best character in this film.
Yeah, 100%.
Hands down. Like
Yeah.
every time Kano is on screen talking is a treat because
yeah.
he takes the place of the person who does not give a fuck about anything
Right.
that goes
Yeah.
on.
He's
Yeah.
always talking shit. He's always cracking jokes. Like,
Well, and I feel like he has
especially
like the most backstory,
um,
the most character, like
yeah,
kind of
Yeah,
brought out.
because like especially when they first get to Raiden's temple and they meet Raiden, he gets electrified and he gets his head bashed in from the fucking wall, and then
He's like,
Raiden
"You're
is
not-"
talking about like, you guys are all weak, you guys are fucking like worthless, I don't want you guys here. And then Kano comes back and he goes like, all right, sorry, what did I miss?
Yeah, right.
All right, I'm back. What did I miss? So, but like also like with your talking point of like the character and stuff, like Liu Kang in the video games is always a presence. Like
Yeah.
he's always like
He's like the main
he's the main character of Mortal Kombat. Like, you know, you always talk about the characters in these movies in the games and stuff, but like Liu Kang has a presence. He does not have a presence in this movie though.
He just
Like,
kind of
he's just
chill,
like, yeah,
you know?
he's just like frail and he's timid and he's just like, oh, I'm not really too
He
sure.
is- he
And he
is-
relies
he is-
on Kun Lao, his cousin, to basically essentially like protect him because he's the older cousin
like
and
that
stuff.
aspect though. I feel like and this kind of goes into like it's a franchise, so you have to like see the progression through the films.
Right.
But I like seeing him like where he starts here, kind of like what you're saying.
Yeah,
maybe a
very
little timid,
timid and
maybe
stuff.
relying on other people.
Right.
And I really hope that he grows into the character that we know from the games.
Yeah.
Again,
Like
different
more
timeline,
of a
but be
presence.
inspired from the games, from the source material.
Right.
But become more of a presence in the sequel.
Yeah, 100%.
While I understand that like it's a movie about a fighting game and we have to get to the action and there's not enough time to be able to explain all of the lore of Mortal Kombat and each character's backstory, it did feel a little bit rushed at the beginning.
Yeah,
the story did,
because it's all like, okay, we have to hurry up and get Cole into this whole
it's first
thing.
movie syndrome. We got to introduce everybody,
Right.
get all this exposition out of the way, and then we can get into it.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like it just went from Cole's like done with this fight, then he goes out to dinner with his wife and his daughter,
right?
And then they immediately get attacked by Sub-Zero, and then now he's going to Gary, Indiana,
Yeah. Where
find
Sonya
Sonya
is.
Blade, who's living
Yeah.
in a trailer park, and she's got Kano tied up,
and
it's just like it was definitely all right. Get through these story beats as quickly as possible. So we can
That
get the action.
moment for me, like my reaction to that moment was like direct parallel. If you've ever seen Parks and Rec, to when Jerry says, "Oh yeah, I have a timeshare in Muncie, Indiana."
Yeah,
like same energy, dude.
Yeah,
like that was
like
absurd.
Because like the whole thing with Sonya and Kano is that like her and Jax used to be in military, and now they're like in like a police force type like system or something like that with
whatever you wanna
Stryker.
call it.
Like with their boss being Stryker from the games,
okay.
and like that was her whole MO, is tracking down and capturing Kano because he's been an illustrious like mercenary arms dealer
He's won in
hitman
like
type
51
guy.
countries, mate.
Yeah,
Mate.
and like that's the
You know
whole
who the fuck
thing.
you're talking to.
Yeah, like that was also the other thing too, was that it was super funny when they're all having dinner and Kano gives zero fucks and he goes like, hey, Flip's frisbee hat, why don't you toss me an egg roll? And he
Toss me
goes
an egg
like,
roll.
and then Kun Lao looks at Liu Kang and he goes like, watch this, and then he grabs it, goes to give it to him, and then he takes a bite and he goes like, oh, you think you're real fucking cute, aren't you? He goes, you're not gonna be so cute when I shove that sombrero so far up your ass that you're gonna be fucking speaking Spanish here, mate. And like
they just
it's
piss him off so much. It's so
yeah,
funny.
like this is how he gets his power, is that they piss him off so badly that he gets super ballistic, and then he shoots a laser beam out of his eye.
Which,
and like when they initially meet Liu Kang, he just throws a fireball at Kano, and he goes like, "Oh," the whole time he goes like, "Oh, can I get a fireball?
Right.
Why can't can you teach me?" And then he gets his eye laser beam, and he just goes like, "Ha, fuck you, laser beams fireball. You'll fuck yourself. Like shoot your shot, kid." Yeah.
Better than fireballs, you pussy.
I find that to be an interesting
asshole.
way to explain how like certain characters in video games have certain like projectile attacks.
Right.
I always thought that the reason that Kano could shoot a laser out of his eyes is because in a lot of the games he has a metal eye.
Right.
That's why he can shoot a laser.
That's the reason why. Is because he has a cybernetic eye or whatever.
They say that he can just create a laser out of his eye just because of magic.
Because,
Yeah. In this timeline, it's basically
Right.
their arcana, how you pronounce it.
I think it's just
like
arcana.
for the chosen people, they not only have like the,
The
birthmark,
special
quote unquote,
Right.
but they have to
They have the
unlock
special
their
mark.
inner powers before
Yeah.
they get moided, and then the inner powers go to someone else.
Right, exactly. Because
It's like
what is Cole's special ability? Oh, getting his ass kicked. But
Yeah.
then once his family's in jeopardy and is about to be killed by Goro.
he gets the Black Panther order, but gold.
Yeah, he basically gets like this gold armor around him, and it's just like, oh, I'm able to take a punch and not get the shit rocked. And then even his daughter, early on in the movie, when he's having his MMA cage fight, she just goes like, oh, go for the uppercut. And then she goes like, go for the uppercut. And so he does it. And you see all of the power that's in his suit go all the way up to his fist and then knock out Goro's teeth. And then all of a sudden, now he's got like these batons and like this baton that has a blade on it.
I think they're called Tonfa, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So
I'm
and
gonna
it's
go
like
back to that comment that you made about his daughter in that fight where he unlocks his arcana,
right?
Yelling out, "Do the uppercut!"
Yeah.
And I'm blanking on the term, so someone please fill this in for me. When you like record after the film, the post recording.
Oh, I was gonna say AJR, but that's a band. But fuck, what is it?
Post-production?
No,
After Effects?
No, it's like when they go back into the booth and then they re-record that line.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
God, what is that called?
AGR?
It's
something.
We're fraud podcast.
I remember that I
Fake
talked about
podcast.
it. Yeah, I remember talking about it.
It's gonna come to us in a moment. But the point that I want to get to is those post-recorded lines are so blatant, so like off, like not. I guess not super blatant, but they're off enough where it's just like, that sounds weird. Did anybody else have that feeling?
I just didn't pay it. Anytime that girl was on screen, I just blanked out.
ADR.
To be honest.
ADR, thank you. Yes,
I didn't care about the daughter. I didn't care about the
mom.
Cole's. I cared little enough about Cole that anybody connected to Cole personally, I gave even less a fuck about.
Right. I mean, me personally, like when you told me that we were watching Mortal Kombat this week.
Yeah.
I don't want to see jack shit, but action.
Yeah.
And that's probably the intent.
I mean, like, that's what we got for, like, the first movie was just, like, an action-packed movie where they just, like, intersplice the dialogue in between.
Right.
It wasn't,
just
like...
get taken to an island and, like, hey, you're fighting. Fight this guy.
Right.
Okay,
it's like, yeah, we're in a Mortal Kombat... And it's the overarching theme of where it's like, oh, like we need these characters in order to defeat this other outworld before they take over Earthrealm. That wasn't associated with that up until Lord Raiden comes in and goes like, hey, I need you guys to lock the fuck in because you guys are going to be fighting for your lives, okay?
You guys are some type of bums, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, and especially in this movie, Raiden does fucking nothing. He's just there.
He puts up a force field, thank you very much.
The one thing he does in this movie... Like, he even, like, when we're first introduced to him, he goes, like, you all suck. Get the fuck out of my face unless you know how to fight. Cole, you especially. You may be an MMA fighter, but go and kick rocks, buddy, because you get your ass handed to you left and right.
He doesn't do the funny flying animation where he makes the funny sound.
Right.
I was really disappointed.
Yeah. Where he goes like, woo, 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 woo,
There's
woo.
the sequel. We can only hope.
And then, like, you know, especially when they're all training and stuff, and... then we meet the rest of the fucking misfits from Shang Tsung, where it's all like Cabal and
Cabal
Molina.
looks really cool.
He does.
He's the character that looks the most like,
and also the fact
him
that
from the
he
games,
has
I
like
feel
his special like quick movement.
Yeah, he's
type
he's
thing.
just got
So-
super speed.
Yeah. So, and like that was actually pretty cool, especially when him and Liu Kang were fighting and everything. But yeah, when he comes in and he just goes like, "Oh, don't worry, like Kano's there. Oh yeah, I know how to fucking like rage bait him into this one." And he just goes like, "Dude, why the fuck are you playing with the good guys? Come over to our side." And especially his
Got,
line,
like, some sort of like Boston accent too. Doesn't he?
and so he goes like, "Oh, like you're not this so-called fucking black dragon, whatever bullshit." And he goes like, "Fuck you, I am
the black
dragon.
Yeah, I am the dragon. Okay, fuck you, buddy." And then he just goes like, "You know what?
so
If
easy.
you were to come with us, I would be able to we would be able to give you money. You can make this whole temple into your casino." And he goes like, "Think of a number, double it, and then double it again." And he just goes like, "You know
that
what?
was
You
a
got a
good
fucking
line.
point." And he goes like, "You know what?
You
Fuck
just
it."
how to get him in.
Yep.
Kano's character is so faithful to how he is in the games.
Yeah.
So
it's always a price because initially she Sonya Blade goes like, "Hey, I want you to take us to this island." He goes like, "No fucking way, I'm doing that." And so she goes like, "I'll give you $2 million." And he goes like, "All right, fuck it. All right, you know what? Give me $3 million and I'll take you."
Right.
And then instantly she goes like, "All right, cool, done." And he goes like, "Ha, fuck you. I tricked you. I was already going there anyway. So get fucked." He's such a rage baiter too.
Again, I love his just I don't give a fuck energy.
Right.
Like I feel like he's self-aware.
Oh,
that
yeah.
He's in the movie that has like
He's
less
almost like Deadpool, but without breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, but like he knows he's in a movie with subpar writing.
Right.
And he knows that like none of this shit fucking matters. Just get to the point, get to the action. You know.
Yeah.
He eats the scenery in the best way
Oh,
possible.
100%.
Every time I just hear Kano talking in this movie, I was just laughing out loud like so many times. He's just such a good character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about Jax getting his jacked arms here because
Jax got
after
jacked.
everybody fucking gets their ass handed to them,
Shit rocked.
they all are going to get teleported away. And Jax sees Sonya and he goes like, "Oh fuck, like I better go and help lift this heavy rock that I can't even lift."
Single mother sees what baby under car type energy.
Right. Because then he tries to lift it and he can't. And then all of a sudden his arcana fucking peaks. And then he just goes like, "Oh, hell yeah, dude. Now this suits me better." And
By
like,
the power
now
of
he's got these
friendship.
big. Yeah. By the power of me lifting this boulder,
My
I
arms
shall
look
save
better
you.
now.
Yeah. And so she goes like, "Oh, yeah, this suits you better." And he goes like, "Yeah, I know, right? Like, look at how jacked I am now. And I'm Jax." So, and
Can we talk about Kung Lao versus Nitara for a second?
Yes,
yeah,
I was gonna get to that,
please.
but yeah, like especially when she's like flying around, and then he just throws his hat down, and it's like the buzzsaw,
Which is
which is his fatality,
Right.
And I think like 10 and 11. So, but yeah,
It was
like
just the way that she like splits and the camera goes in and you like
Yeah,
see
and, like-
all the insides, bones,
Yes.
guts, everything.
and then
I was
him-
waiting for
my
that.
God.
I was waiting for it to
face
get.
and his face. Oh, dude, like
I'm
so
not
peak.
super into gore porn, but that was beautiful in the
Oh,
most
100%.
disgusting way possible.
And then he ruined it by saying "flawless victory."
Flawless victory.
I don't think that.
Well, they
ruined
did
it.
that-
It
they
ruined it
had-
for
I
me
thought
at
that was
least.
kinda-
I respect
They
that
ham-fisted
that
it in the
ruined for
first
you,
movie.
but,
Yeah,
but I mean, you knew it. Those kind of cheesy lines are inherent.
Yeah,
they're
like
gonna
they
happen.
have to do
They
that.
have to
Otherwise,
happen.
the whole fan
But-
base is gonna be like, they didn't say the thing.
I think
So-
the performance itself was as good as it could be for
Yes.
the line in that moment.
Oh,
Yes.
100%. Because, like, you know, they really hammered it home in the first movie where every single line from Shang Tsung was like, flawless victory, finish him.
Your soul is
Yeah,
mine.
your soul is mine. Like, flawless victory,
Get over
fatality, all this bunch of shit. And
Yeah.
it's just like, that's all that they talked. Like, that's all every other line was from Shang Tsung.
Yeah.
But it
I know
works.
they gotta say
It
the
works.
lines. Just again, small.
Like, and
nitpicks.
again, like, it's the same
Sure.
thing for like when after that, like, Kung Lao gets murked by well, technically game
I'm gonna
over.
suck your soul. And I'm like,
Yeah, it's like,
That's
hey
a
yo,
point.
what?
Excuse me?
What
That's
are we
a
doing?
Take me to
He
dinner
literally says
first,
that.
please.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, yo, I
unironically.
think I watched the a different version of Mortal Kombat here, guys. Like, sucking
And
the
at this
soul.
point-
What?
This ain't
What are we
Mortal
doing?
Kombat.
And at this point, the movie takes a turn.
Yeah, it's all like, okay, now we're going to
There's a separate
deviate from the
ending.
movie.
Don't get me wrong. I was super into it. I just wasn't
Guys,
expecting
whatever you
it.
do,
Yeah.
don't watch the director's cut.
Right. It's all like there was this really like it was good up until this like weird scene where Shang Tsung says, "I'm gonna suck the soul out of you," and then they did that. I'm just like, wait, what? And then all of a sudden it went back to fighting. It was just really
No,
bizarre.
it's like, the movie was okay, but when he said that, I locked the fuck in.
Yeah. It's just like, wait a second. Is this
I was
peak
fully
right now?
into it.
Yeah. It's all like, wait, is this peak right now? Because it's just like,
That's going viral.
Am I watching peak? Like, what are we doing, dude?
Now this is pure cinema.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let me lock in.
Absolute
Let me get closer to the movie here so I can get a better angle of this, dude.
All right, let's move
And
on.
Wait, am
suddenly
I in
my
this movie
hands,
now?
Suddenly my hands have disappeared from visibility.
Yeah. Suddenly my hands went under the blankets. So
He said he was going to do it, and then he delivered. I mean,
yeah. He said he was going to suck his soul out. Like,
You know,
that's
I
what
was
happened.
thinking about recommending my friends to watch this podcast up until this point.
Oh, I thought that you were going to say, I was going to recommend my friends to watch this movie, but then I invited them over, and then we just had a great time with this scene.
No.
So I decided to have my friends come over because I feel like this would have been a great movie to watch with my friends, especially this scene specifically.
We all got to know each other a little bit better once this scene happened.
We all became a little bit closer that day.
yeah, we had such a good time that we forgot to unpause the movie.
Yeah.
Y'all ever seen the Human Centipede?
Yes.
It was a little like that.
Where are you going?
Only more tugging and less like poop involved.
Just a little poop.
Just a little
Just
bit.
less, though.
Just a little bit.
Oh, jeez.
So, but moving on, the fact that when Sub-Zero kidnaps I was gonna say Joel, but Cole's
the normies.
Yeah, the normies of the movie. And like he comes out of the portal and then like he goes like, "Hey, Cole, look what I got. I got your daughter's fucking
the strength bracelet."
Yeah, the strength bracelet. And then freezes it, crunches it in his hand, and then like just poof goes like this. It goes like, "Come at me, bitch," and then just like goes back into the teleport. And I'm like, did he just rage bait Cole? And he goes like, "Fuck you, buddy. Look what I got." But and then we already talked about the Sub-Zero and Scorpion scene, but like, you know, the whole fight with them is just so peak in this movie.
Yeah.
This is like easily the best part of this whole movie is them fighting. Because the other thing too that I wanted to point out was the fact that early on in the movie when they're fighting for the first time was that like he has the katana and he throws it at the tree and it gets stuck. And then Bihan dodges it and then he pulls it back and it cuts his cheek.
Yeah.
And then he does that again in this part. And then like he actually again rage bait the movie. He just like gets closer. He goes like, "Oh yeah, let's try this again, shall we?" He gets closer to the chain and then Scorpion pulls it back again. And then this time he catches it. And it's all like, yeah, I guess he learned from that. I don't know. Fucking whatever. Go fuck yourself. But again, rage bait the movie. So, and then like again, you know, like the froze. Like I also have this written down in my notes. The freezing blood knife. Like, oh, it's so great.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that Scorpion brings down his sword and he is fighting Scorpion. And he wraps the chain around him and throws him into the sword to where the chain wraps around the sword and he pulls it.
Yeah.
And then he's able to grab it again. Dude,
that was
awesome.
That was
so
beautiful cinematography.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So super goated, super great scene. And then we'll just get to the end here because there's not a whole lot left to be desired. They basically go like, yeah, we killed everybody. And Shang Tsung leaves because Raiden goes like, I summon lightning. Get the fuck out of my face. And
he cuts him off. Is so funny.
Yeah. He goes like, I will like take control over Earthrealm and like like he just disappears.
He talks too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
He goes like, he talks too much, dude.
Well,
Get the
and
fuck
since we're
outta
talking
here.
about the ending, when this film first came out, I remember there was a, I don't know, big uproar, but an uproar online.
Like a discourse.
Yeah, a discourse online of like, it's called Mortal Kombat, but they don't even do the Mortal Kombat tournament.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
again,
like, 'cause
this film was meant to be a franchise. It was started to become a franchise, which we're seeing now with the second one coming out. They're getting to it.
Right.
This
They're
is
going
part
to
one.
the Mortal Kombat arena.
Part one.
This was Shang Tsung's plot to stop the tournament from happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that's what happened in like, you know, borderline what happens in the first movie is that Shang Tsung holds the Mortal Kombat tournament, but it isn't the actual tournament for Outworld versus Earthrealm.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole
like the
thing, and that's what
preliminary
happens in Annihilation
I guess.
is that Shao Kahn comes out and he goes like, "Oh, you think you guys are tough? Defeat my fighters." And it's like, okay, cool, bring it on, Raiden says with his electric eyeballs fucking buzzing for a second.
weak, pathetic fools. I've come for your souls.
I don't think so.
Which he literally does nothing in that movie. Let me clarify. In the first Mortal Kombat.
Well, and he's not supposed to. He's not supposed to.
Right,
interfere.
and like especially in like and especially if people that don't know the franchise or just watch this movie for the first time, Raiden even says like I as the Earthrealm protector can't get involved with this conflict.
Supposed to interfere with mortal conflict. Yeah.
And like especially if they go like, well, what the fuck, Raiden did nothing, like I just said, but that's the whole reason why he doesn't do anything, because he can't get into it.
Why he can't?
Right.
Yeah.
He's the most powerful being out of all of them, but he can't get involved and interfere because it's not his fight.
Except he did like save a baby
right
at the beginning. But, like that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
So
just this one thing, and then maybe one small other thing later on.
And then maybe throw up a force field and then be able to teleport people. But
exactly.
And also,
he's not supposed to interfere.
And also
he
telling Shang Tsung
the rules.
Right. It's like, and also having Shang Tsung get the fuck out of my face by conjuring lightning and going like, "Bay."
Yeah.
So
and then we get some nice sequel bait at the very end of the movie.
Yep, because Cole.
He's going to Hollywood.
Well, like he cleans out his locker is what it is, and then the referee comes back and goes like, "Hey, I need you for tomorrow night." And he goes like, "Fuck you, I ain't fighting anymore." He goes like, "Oh, where do you think you're going, buddy?" And it's just like, "Oh, I'm going to Hollywood." Hollywood, you say? What's out there? And he goes like, "It's more like who's out there,
not what, but who."
Looks at camera and winks, and then when he leaves, walks by a Johnny Cage poster.
It's kind of like the Deadpool end credit scene. Where it's like, "Hey, oh, you're still here? Oh,
what are you still doing here?
By the way, Cable's gonna be in it.
We're gonna look for a guy.
Johnny Cage is gonna be there.
Yeah, and it's all like we're looking for a tall guy with a flat top. So if you know anybody like Mel Gibson or this other guy, like we'll shoot him a line." So
also, what was that like referee's like accent? I could not differentiate it.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Because like he even said that like he was an orphan in Chicago.
Yeah, like so, but
So I don't know if they're in Chicago or what.
Yeah.
In this movie, but
also Sonya was in this movie. In case we didn't talk about that, Sonya Blade was in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, she wasn't she?
Yeah. She existed.
Yeah, she existed, but she wasn't one of the actual fighters.
That's
like
I'm
the
saying.
chosen ones, because they even said like, "Oh, this ring is only suited for the chosen ones." So,
you can't come in here.
Back it on up.
She's not worth getting
You
murdered.
can't sit with us.
Yeah, right. You
like,
gotta sit at the
you
kids'
can't
table.
Fight, you can't fight with us because you're a girl. So this is only big. This is only big guy stuff. This is only big guy moments. So sit the fuck over there with your stinky ass.
But not super big guys. Like we got like one big guy and then other guys who are kind of like.
I do think it's funny that they say like Cole, you can't fucking fight. He's an MMA fighter. Of course he can fucking fight.
But the first fight that we see is him losing.
Right, exactly.
He didn't throw the uppercut.
Yeah, he was doing pretty solid
so
there
it sounds like he can fight, but he can't fight.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm an MMA fighter. Oh, okay. Like how many have you won? One? You win in these?
You can win? That's an option?
Yeah, you can win. It's kind of like from Where the Millers. You guys got paid? Or Zangief.
You guys are getting paid?
Or like Zangief from Street Fighter. It's like, wait, Bison is bad guy?
Change the channel.
Yeah. It's like Bison is bad guy?
Oh my god.
It's all like,
yo, if you have not watched the 90s Street Fighter film, go watch it, please.
Yeah, 94. It's great. And especially when it's like the whole building is collapsing and stuff, and he goes like, "Yeah, why do you think I stayed with him? It's because we were getting paid." He goes like, "Wait, you got paid?" Love Zangief.
Best character, low key.
I was gonna say, probably my favorite character in that whole movie. And then I'll just close it out with a lot of the Easter eggs here, and then we'll end it. So, the whole thing with a couple things that Kano does is like when they kill a reptile and he rips out his heart.
Yeah,
that's an Easter egg in the game. And then he also says Kano wins and stuff.
Kano wins.
Bless you.
Thank you.
And then like Kun Lao when Sub-Zero comes into the temple, and then he's got like Liu Kang and the introduction of Kun Lao, and then with his hat being thrown, and then he teleports up.
Yeah,
that's fucking peak.
That's
really
good. Again,
and,
great special effects.
Yeah, and again, like where Shun Tsung Shane Soon, he says like, your souls are mine and stuff like that.
Your souls are getting sucked.
Yeah, you're getting sucked out of your body right now.
Please,
by me.
let's not do this again.
And also like when they're about to fight each other in like that special whatever bullshit ring, and I think it was Kung Lao, he says test your might, and it's all like that should have been like when the score picked up of going like test your might.
There was a little bit of like motifs to like the actual Mortal Kombat theme in this.
Yeah, because it was
appreciated.
the one thing that I remember is when Scorpion and Sub-Zero are about to fight towards the end of the movie.
Yeah,
he goes like, "Get over here," and then it's all like, "Da da 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 da," and like that's when it started.
They didn't like overdo it.
Yeah.
They didn't make it cheesy.
And then they remixed it at the end of the movie.
Tasteful.
Yeah, they remixed it for the end credits, which is great. And then we got like, I already talked about like the leg sweep, the cheat move. Yeah. If you're losing, you just sweep the leg.
That's the only move you know, mate.
No, he hit him with that mix though.
Right.
He got mixed. Yeah. To hell.
And then also like the Kung Lao finisher, which we already talked about with him throwing his hat down and doing the buzzsaw thing. And then him saying flawless victory.
Flawless victory.
The
Liu
pit
Kang
stage.
did his, bicycle kick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then that's what I was also going to say was like him, Liu Kang fighting Cabal with doing the bicycle kick as well as his finisher of
his fatality,
the flaming dragon.
Yeah.
So this is flaming dragon.
Fatality for Kung Lao.
Yeah, fatality for Kung Lao. And we got the pit stage.
That was cool. I liked seeing that.
That was like the only thing from the games that they added in this movie was the pit stage.
Jack's punching him to death and then just clapping him.
Yeah, his fatality as well, because like that was fucking peak.
Yeah, that was
because like especially where the hammer dude, I don't give a fuck about his name.
Yeah,
where he's doing like the
I think.
Yeah, where he does like the stunt of going like.
Oh yeah,
like,
he did a little bit.
Yeah, catch that.
So, and then before, like, Jax actually does his fatality by kicking his ass. And, like, I already mentioned, like, the Get Over Here and old theme song. And, like, and then, like, a couple of things that Sub-Zero did, besides, like, of course, freezing people. He made an ice wall appear and then, like, kicked Scorpion through it. They have really similar names with S's. And then, like, also when he goes back into the ring, and before Sub-Zero gets down, he makes an ice version of himself.
Yeah.
So, because that, like, once you hit it, it freezes you in the games. So, and then last thing was, like, his fatality of, like, him ripping off his mask and then doing the fire breath.
Fire.
Yeah.
So, and as well as, like, a really cool effect when he's doing that, the bottom half of his jaw starts peeling off.
Skull,
Yeah. So
Super
I was
cool.
like half expected it, kind of like what they did in the first movie, which he rips off his mask and it's just a
terrible
skull.
90s CGI skull.
So yeah, but yeah, that was all the stuff that I wanted to reference for that sort of thing. And is there anything else on Mortal Kombat before we move on?
Thoughts?
Lou, final thoughts?
No.
So you don't have Mortal Kombat right now?
Wait, what?
You don't want to have a Mortal Kombat right now?
I mean, I'm always down for a Mortal Kombat.
Oh, okay. I'll meet you under the table.
Whoa. That is a point.
That's not a point.
That's a point.
All right, I'm out.
You're going to join us, right? Under the table?
All right, I'm
nope.
head
I am out.
I'm going to head out.
Insert meme.
Yeah. So, but
Let's get JoJo out of here.
Right. But yeah, if that's the end of it, so yeah, that was the end of Mortal Kombat, and now we'll get into our discussion of this being a rent, buy, or skip. Let's see what we have to say about this. So, of course, you guys should know the deal by now. Rent is just an occasional watch. I'll watch it every so often. If it's on TV, I won't turn it off, but I won't seek it out. Buy is, of course, this is a fuck yeah type of movie. It is the best of the best of the best. Sir, with honors. I love it. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to put it up on my shelf with the rest of my movies. And, of course, the skip is just a piece of dog shit movie. I don't recommend this. I fucking hate this movie with a fiery passion. I'm going to be like Scorpion and just fucking obliterate this with my fire breath. So,
nice.
Let's go. And who wants to go first?
Dang, that was impressive. I'm not going to lie. I did not expect that out of you, JK. Damn.
I can scream.
Yeah.
Do
we want to just go down the line like this?
Yeah, I can start it off.
Okay.
I really enjoyed this film. I mean, I think it paid homage really well.
Mm-hmm.
Great Easter eggs. The The score was really well done. Paid
Yep.
homage again.
Yes.
The characters were fleshed out enough where I really kind of got into them, and I'm excited to see like where it progresses in the sequel.
Right.
Potentially.
Yeah. And introducing Johnny Cage.
Yeah,
Carl
yeah.
Urban.
Like the little tease at the end was
Yeah.
nice as well. And I know it didn't have the official like Mortal Kombat tournament, but again, excited to see where it progresses.
Yeah.
With all that being said, it's not something that I want to watch every single day.
Right.
I would recommend it to rent for sure. I would watch it if it's on TV. I would watch it if I was at someone's house and it's on. But yeah, again, I'm not gonna watch it every single day. It's not gonna be one of my like go-tos. Like, oh, I'm in the mood to watch Mortal Kombat. But if it's there, I'll watch it. So yeah, rent it for sure.
Cool.
I mean, it's all right. Like,
All right. I'll probably be the only one on this panel, but I would say that it is a buy.
Best of the best, sir. With honors.
Okay.
It's the only reason why that I say that it's a buy is because it's not nostalgic in the fact of like the first movie is. The score is pretty good, especially when they pay, like what you said, the homage to the original OG theme song and stuff like that. They pay homage to a lot of the stuff, especially with the movies as well as the video games as well. But, you know, the only thing that I do not like is Cole. I think that's the only thing that everybody as a collective says about this movie is like Cole did not need to be there. It could have been based around somebody else like Luke Kane, kind of like in the first movie. And, you know, like you could have just taken that element out and still had the rest of the characters.
Could have been Johnny Cage too.
Right.
Yeah.
That would have been the other thing too. And that's what they're going to do for the second one is like, oh, Johnny Cage, we need your help for the Mortal Kombat. And it's like, what are you guys, fans? Like, get the fuck out of my face.
I mean, can we all agree that Cole's gonna die within the first 20 minutes of the sequel?
Probably.
I would like that.
Well, the only reason
I
why
wouldn't
that he was
mind it.
in this is because of Scorpion, and he needed Scorpion to come back, and that was it.
Yeah.
So maybe
He served his
Scorpion,
purpose.
maybe Scorpion will be in the second one as well as Sub-Zero. Who knows?
100%
Cole is a
they're gonna-
living,
So-
breathing plot device.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, he is us on screen as the audience. That's the only reason why that he is there in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that
Other
mean
than that,
that we're gonna die in the second movie.
Oh God, I hope so.
maybe.
Wait, what?
Whoa.
Maybe Scorpion will finally
I'm
say,
an
"Get
emo
over here
kid,
to me,"
not
and he
conforming
won't
as
use
can
his
be.
spear. So instead, he's just going to be
his
like,
garden
"Get over here,
trowel."
buddy." So, but yeah, no, like the I feel like that the characters were a little bit flushed out just because, like, you know, they were pretty much going to make a sequel for it for sure.
They were
Like
always
that was
gunning
their
for it, for sure.
anticipation for it, and that's the reason why that they left it open ended.
Yeah.
Like they originally intended for it to be a sequel baited movie.
It's a franchise.
So yeah, exactly. And like that's the reason why that they made Mortal Kombat and then Annihilation. Granted, Annihilation was worse than the first one, but still. You know, if I'd probably say if we asked Dustin, he would probably say, "Oh, I like Annihilation." Kind of like when I told you about that last week that, "Oh, I'm going to go see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 in theaters," and he goes, "I like the third one better." And then after I watched it, I was just like, "Fucking why? That movie is so ass." Like,
the why is because he has very poor taste.
right. I mean, he likes Madam Web, for starters.
Man, we got drama on this
And I
podcast.
even asked,
boy.
I literally asked him too. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen Madam Web.
I did.
So,
I regret it.
don't waste your time. Okay, that is a fucking
bother.
skip for sure. That is a piece of dog shit movie. But the thing is that like I go like, why do you like this movie? And he goes like, oh, it's because it's got Sydney Sweeney in it.
Oh my god!
And I'm like,
Okay, here's the take of the century. Okay, no shade to Sydney Sweeney, she's gorgeous, but
Yes.
for people to say for people to bow and worship her, they've never seen peak Cameron Diaz.
Right.
The Mask.
The
The Mask
Cameron
was her
Diaz,
first movie.
gorgeous.
Like I'm just
Gorgeous.
saying,
Oh, 100%.
Cameron Diaz,
so real for
Cameron
that.
Diaz in her prime would wipe Sydney Sweeney from the earth.
Yes, of
I'm
course.
just saying.
I
Like-
also really enjoy the fact that Devin's RBS segment has become the shit talk segment.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is fine because, like, pretty much, like, you know, I pretty much would just say that it's a buy just because of, like, you know, all of the nuances from the other movies and shows and, you know, like, video games and stuff. So, like, the only thing that's bad about it is Cole. And I know that he's, like, the main character of this movie. But other than that, everything else is peak.
Yeah.
Like the Sub-Zero and Scorpion fight alone, the first and the last part of the movie, peak.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, anyhow, Lou.
Yeah. So, can you do me a favor real quick? Can you look up who scored this movie or who composed it? So for me, it's a rent.
I mean, it's all right. Like,
and honestly, the reason for that being, one, the disconnection, like I mentioned. Like, I never really played Mortal Kombat. I haven't seen any of the prior movies. So this was a fresh watch for me. It was my first impression of Mortal Kombat in general. I think the score was really well done. It was very immersive. It was, but in scoring, you can, who is it? Benjamin
Wallfish.
This dude had to have been a Mortal Kombat fan, just purely because of the motifs that lie underneath. Because I did some homework afterwards, after I watched it, and I kind of just A/B'd scores, like, you know, just the melodic elements from the game, and then also just like kind of A/B'd it with the score. The thematics and the small, like, it's very small thematics throughout the whole thing. The motifs are there. But you can just tell that this dude composed this because I feel like he genuinely liked the game.
Right.
And so in film, there's two different kinds of immersion. You can immerse people in the actual movie itself, or you can immerse them by nostalgia.
Right.
And I feel like it's the latter.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the latter because for me, it was like the score was beautiful in the sense of like, yes, it completely encapsulated the action of the fight scenes 1,000%, and the scenes in between. Like, it was just very consistent. But the thing that was missing for me is I feel like I didn't even feel it on the deeper level because I didn't grow up playing that game.
Right.
But I
or
feel
watching
like
the movies.
Correct.
And stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
But for people that have seen the movies or growing up playing the game, I feel like that score was peak.
Yeah.
I feel like it's great. But but again, like, if I had played the game growing up, and obviously I agree with the fact that Cole Young was just a completely unnecessary character.
Right.
But that is why, like, it's a rent and not a buy for me, because from a scorer's aspect, it's a buy.
Right.
But if we're talking the whole movie, it's a rent, just because, again, the disconnect. But,
Yeah.
And that's okay, Lou. I'll let you borrow my VHS.
Yeah, I already said that he can borrow my DVD of Mortal Kombat, so I bought it specifically for this movie because I couldn't find the actual 2021 on Blu-ray or anything. So
Oh, really?
yeah, which is very surprising, honestly. So
where did you look?
I looked at 2 stores.
Oh.
So Ben's
That
Game
explains
Zone and
Was Ben there?
no, he wasn't. He's never there when I'm there. It's sad. And I wanted to
what
see
if
his
Ben
Game
is
Zone.
non-existent?
Right. What if Ben is just a guy?
What if Ben is just an imaginary friend?
Right.
Oh, like Santa.
He's the friend. He's the friend that we made in the Game Zone.
All right, Jack. What
Jack?
do you think?
I'm also gonna say this movie is a rent.
I mean, it's all right. Like,
In terms of the characters, I thought most of them were just like okay. They did their job as like they're a stand-in for a representation of what they are in the games, because most of the games don't have a good story, right?
No.
Like, most of the games are just sort of like they have like the background, they have a little bit of backstory, but it's like the modern versions of the Mortal Kombat games where they just decided that they want to take a different approach towards writing the characters and making good story modes for video games, for fighting games specifically.
Yeah.
NetherRealm is really, 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 really good at that, for the most part, except for like Mortal Kombat 11 and 1. I didn't play, and I didn't really watch playthroughs of them.
I have both of them. 11 was actually pretty good, but then they decided to end it, and then with Mortal Kombat 1, they rebooted the franchise. And and I mentioned this earlier, where 11, Liu Kang pretty much just becomes the protector of Earthrealm.
Right.
Raiden.
And I did see a little bit of like Mortal Kombat 11's story.
Yeah.
But like the majority of my Mortal Kombat knowledge comes from Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat 10.
Yeah.
Because those two games are connected because they are another retcon for the story. If you ever like want to like get the gist of what the story of those two games are, like the cutscenes in them just like are the whole story basically.
Yeah, because especially in 9, I think that's when they started to actually flush out an actual cohesive story.
Yeah, that like
instead of each game having its own specific character.
Was that one on?
I think it was on
PS3
PS3 and Xbox 360.
okay. And then
I feel like the PS2 era is when they like started like kind of teasing a little bit of a story or
Right.
playing with a story.
Like,
but
they started
they
doing
didn't
a
have the
story,
technology to
like,
be able to like
flush
have
out
a
a-
long enough game to be able to flesh out the story in that way.
But like 3 and on, like
Yeah.
PS3 generation and on
Right.
was definitely where they really were pushing.
They
for
hammered it home.
Back
for
to
the
this
story.
movie, I do not have the nostalgic connection to the original Mortal Kombat film because it was after my time.
Yeah.
So I watched it. I thought it was okay. Right. But then I didn't grow up watching it. So, but then I watched this film and I'm like, I didn't really have any sort of expectations going into it. I heard some mixed things about it being like sort of okay.
Yeah.
And then as the characters go on, like the story went on, I was like, okay, this is acceptable. And then I saw Kano.
Yeah.
Kano like brought this movie from a skip to a
And then
rent
I
for
saw
me.
Kano, and then my pants came off.
Kano's just a hilarious character, and he like it's so jarring how his characterization like is contrasted from Cole and even like Sonya.
Yeah.
Like he is what made the movie like enjoyable until the point where he died. And it's like, oh man. And then the like Scorpion and Sub-Zero look really cool, except for some weird things with Sub-Zero's costume design later on in the film when he's not so blue. But again, like a small nitpick. Overall, I thought like I had a good time watching it. I wouldn't watch it all the time, but I also wouldn't say I'd ever want to watch it again. Especially since like now we have if this does become a big franchise, then maybe I'll want to watch Mortal Kombat, then Mortal Kombat 2 that's coming out again this weekend when this pod's supposed to come out. And maybe I'll look back on this one and it's like, okay, I see what they were trying to do in the first one now that they're building on the second one.
Yeah.
Would I want to go see Mortal Kombat 2 in theaters though after watching this one? Probably not. Probably I'll just wait for it to come out on streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because I'm not like super excited for it.
I'm head over heels for the second one. I can't
just
wait.
For Carl Urban alone.
Yes.
Honestly,
Johnny Cage.
I'm very excited to see
Yes.
it.
But personally, I'd rather wait for it to come out on HBO anyway because I'll be able to watch it for free. So.
Right.
But overall, pretty okay, pretty good.
Nice.
I didn't hate it. So
Nice. Anything else on review?
nope.
So now we'll move on to suggested people. And since we all collectively basically say it's a pretty decent movie, we'll just do a 1-star review. So this person says MK 2021 is so bad that it makes the 1995 Mortal Kombat 2 look good. So
Man,
Horrible grammar.
I think that they were meaning like Mortal Kombat 2, like Annihilation looked good.
Yeah, but he's throwing shots at like 2 different movies at the same time with this review.
Yeah. So
yeah, the old one's catching a stray.
Right. So they said this film had great choreography, nice photography, and scenery, and that pretty much were all the positives of this film. The plot was Brad. The plot,
Damn it, Brad.
Damn it, Brad.
Damn
The
it,
plot
Brad.
was bad, the dialogue even worse, and the performances lacking. The new elements introduces in the Mortal Kombat mythos horrible. No atmosphere and no character development. Compared to this, the 1995 Mortal Kombat is a gem. So, I would have to somewhat agree that, like, the cinematography and all that bunch of stuff is pretty good. But then, like, the plot was okay. We
can give the movie its graces, though, because it is the first movie in a supposed franchise.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, but, yeah. And then, like, especially doing, like, this brand new character that has never been associated with anything else is kind of dumb. So... But yeah, that's pretty much been the consensus. Like even this one says, couldn't have expected it. I'm glad I grew up playing Mortal Kombat, not watching. It's awfully made and nothing good at all except the first fight of Scorpion fighting those ninjas. A star for that and only.
Wow.
Like,
I mean, I'd say it's the only good
right.
part about
And then
it.
even this one says like Cole Yun? No, thank you. 1995 Mortal Kombat was better. Heck, even Mortal Kombat Annihilation was better. This movie is laughably awful. So that's pretty much all that they're saying across the board is that this movie is just bad just because of it
Cole
being
Yun.
bad.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Anything else for the podcast?
No, this was a marathon. I gotta
Yeah.
say,
Indeed.
This was a jaunt. So, which, if we got nothing else, again, thank you everybody so much for being here, watching, listening, tuning in, and how you guys are doing it. Again, subscribe to all the things, share it around so that way we can get some stuff going that I really, really want to do. And it is only going to be possible for you guys. So, if you guys want that, awesome. If not, we'll just keep doing this. So, anyhow, with that being said, we'll see you guys next week for something new. I kind of forgot what we were going to talk about next week.
Surprise! You'll see it when it comes out.
Yeah. Honestly.
You think we're going to spoil it for you?
Yeah. We spoiled it last week, but that's only because that we were going to do the Mortal Kombat anyway.
Yeah.
So, but anyhow, we'll see you guys next week for something new. So,
Bye.
Deuce!
Bye.